lovely people. We are streaming again tonight. I do apologise about yesterday. I had a weird bit of internet issues and a lot of other stuff going on, so I chose not to stream. So, there you go. Happens sometimes. So, oh gosh. So I've been, should we say, motivated, yes, to give hardcore Minecraft a go. So we are back doing some hardcore Minecraft. I just feel motivated to do this, which is rare for me to feel any motivation anymore. So I thought, heck it, I feel motivated. Let's do hardcore Minecraft, because why not? Let's have fun with this. Let's see how far we get. Let's try and survive this time. Let's try not to die this time. Let's see if we can get it far this time. Will we? Probably not. Will we die? Probably. Like, we played it conservative last time and I made an error of my own judgment. So, but, hey ho. Sorting out the super chat. I've actually got to come up with like some good thing how we'll celebrate. So it asks me for a super chat goal. What would I do to celebrate? I've got to actually come up with something that's better. I almost got Mr. Cow. Hello, Damo. Okay, so we're in hardcore world. We have literally got nothing. We, of course, going to quickly get some resources as quickly as possible. Aim of the game, survive as long as we physically can, have as much fun as we physically can, and just rather enjoy the process of doing hardcore Minecraft. I feel super motivated. I feel really good about doing this, so I think it's going to be fun. I don't know how long we're going to stream for, because I don't have a particular time that I need to stop off or do anything today. So ultimately it is down to the funness of surviving. That seems spooky. Let's not go down there. Let's just yeet that there. Then we can make some sticks. Make ourselves a cheap pickaxe. Then dig away. Let's get really into this. I've been very motivated for certain areas of Minecraft lately. So this week I pretty much planned most of my videos for the week. I think. Yeah, I think I just have like 2 videos to record. And then that's literally this week's videos done. So this is how I'm going to do it now. The videos of the week gets filmed on Sunday. And that could be tutorials, or it could be me playing a certain episode or something like that. And let's make a sword while we're here, just in case. And with that, we'll basically stream pretty much all the time that I normally would stream, and then we'll use those to get YouTube clips, and then those YouTube clips will be spread across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, of course. That will then get dispersed to the greater public, which then pushes the channel to the greater public. Bye bye, Mr. Piggy. And then that ultimately will then grow the channel even more. So at the moment, the series that we have going on is Platinum Adventures. Platinum Adventures, and then Poker Fine is coming back. So. No, I have not filmed the 4th episode of Lord of the Rings. Damo, you don't realise. So I uploaded that video of 40 minutes. That video took about 2-3 hours to film. That actual video was just massively long. Because I don't think I even realised. So I called it the Blue Mountains because that's where we're working towards. the Blue Mountains, from where I basically started off, was a ridiculous like 10,000 blocks. So for me to get anywhere in that world, it is a ridiculous amount of distance and a ridiculous amount of time. Like, I cut out so much footage of me just walking, because I was like, I don't want to watch myself just walk for like 3 hours. And then the issue with OBS can be a bit funky sometimes if you haven't got enough save data, which I didn't, so it cut out like a clip. But then I found when I was editing it all together, I found the clip and I was like, okay, cool, I now have that clip. But the goal is to film Poker Find, because I want to get back onto that. I just have been so busy. The next episode of Poker Find needs to come out, because the last episode I got a shiny Pokemon, so that was really, really cool. I'm hoping Poker Find works still. I don't want to find out that because of an update or anything it's become bugged again on PlayStation 4, because that would be annoying. Even so, like, it's not a massive series on my channel at the moment, so it's not even like an issue if it is bugged and I can't play it again. Also, Lord of the Rings, that will be coming out. So we've got Lord of the Rings episodes. That will be coming out like once a week, or like pretty much whenever I want to film it. Because what I find happens is I'm like, I love Lord of the Rings. I think it's amazing. I love the books and everything. I just find it awesome, and I love Lord of the Rings. So my plan is, once Lord of the Rings, the latest movie, comes out in 2027, is to go see it in the cinema straight away. Like, just going crazy. Yeah. But I've got a load of stuff. It's better now to plan for the week on Sunday, because then I can have, okay, Sunday I might not stream, but I can have Sunday planning the videos, and then because I don't normally stream on a Wednesday, I can then have Wednesday also be filming videos to prepare for Sunday and stuff like that. So if I've not recorded an episode for Sunday, I have something there ready to go for Sunday, so then it's all good. And I've been trialing out different, like not series, but like different video different mods on Minecraft. So I have a video that's out today, which was out at 6, which was a Naruto mod. So it's just like trying to get that out. Yeah, it does take a while to upload. So I normally film my videos and then it's just like hoping for the best really after, once they're recorded. So now people forget how much like a video actually takes to record. So like my Platinum Adventures videos, when I started season 1, it was super easy to film. I could film one once a week, because it was all based around, well, yes, once a week, but it would probably be less than that. It would be probably like one every 2 weeks, because I had to come up with a concept for that episode, film the episode, and then edit the episode. The editing part never took me too long to do, so I was like pretty good at that point. But what I found took the longest was the fact that with Platinum Adventures, I'd have these grand ideas and be like try and design major cities and like be ridiculous concepts. Like one of my videos was to build the biggest pyramid like ever. So that was like an amazing idea I had, and I actually put the work in to get like I would say 1 to 2% of it done. And even that was like a ridiculous amount of work. So I then chose, okay, in season 2 I'm gonna keep it nice and tight and like do I want to do this space mod. I want to go to space in in Platinum Adventures, only to realise that I picked probably one of the worst, no offence to the creators, one of the worst space mods that you could play on Bedrock. And that was, the issue was, it takes so long to do anything in that add-on. So it becomes such a ridiculous process. Like, it's easier in Galacticraft to get to space than it is in the add-on. To the point the add-on only really takes you to Mars and the moon. When Galacticraft takes you pretty much anywhere, and there's like bosses you can face. Like, it's awesome. So, like, I've played it before. I've done a let's play on it before. I tried to bring back it, but I just didn't have the computer tech at that time to record anything to do with it. So I was just like, heck it, why not? Just leave it. But there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. Like I said, I'm doing some videos on a Naruto add-on. So I've got 3 videos on that comes out this week. Just hoping that they all are okay. I've never filmed a Naruto add-on. Sorry, a Naruto mod. So I don't know how it's going to go across on the overall people who play the mod. Because I don't want to like annoy anyone. Because I don't particularly know if the mod that I'm recording with is actually a good one or a bad one. So I just want to like go with the best bet. I was going to do a let's play of Dragon Ball. But I just need to make sure that this, I try to use this mod that's known, that's well known, and which is Dragon Block C, to do a let's play. So I've just got to do it on that and then see how overall it all goes and hope for the best, really. I can't make a bed, which is annoying. That's actually so frustrating, that. Like, I'm sure it used to be okay that you just use any colour to make a bed. But now you can't. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get that, like, working how I want it to work. And if I can, then it'll be good. Okay, so just for this little bit, I'm going to block myself in quickly as I can. And then... And I just realized we have I think a Dragon Ball Let's Play would be sick. I'd love to do something like that. So if it was like Dragon Ball Block C, so like it'd be cool to have Platinum Adventures. I think I'm going to finish Platinum Adventures. I think I'm going to get to the moon and then I'm just going to end it there, because there's nothing more that I want to do with that, and it's not gaining any views. That it's such a delay between episodes that it's become pointless to even have. So like I can actually have a look right now for everyone. So I've done 8 videos, and my last video for Platinum Adventures hit 20 views. It's not even like valuable for the time that it takes. There's no episode in season 2 that's even got close to 100 views, which is embarrassing and a little bit disappointing, because if I then go back to Platinum Adventures season 1, my last video, which is end of season, was at 214, and then you got I built SpongeBob SquarePants Pixel, 200 videos, and then I got my first Happy Gas, 185. It's like some of these are really good videos, like Diamond Miner in the Desert. There's so much cool stuff on this that I'm actually embarrassed that I stopped filming like this and I stopped making these videos, because like it was just so much fun, and now it's just like ugh. But I can't also then go back and film a lot of this, like film episodic episodes like this, because of the fact that I've now added spacecraft, and I think it'll just divert from what Bedrock is. And I'm, no offense to Bedrock, I'm losing like interest in playing it anymore. I'm like losing interest in playing Bedrock Minecraft. It's not as fun. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing Bedrock videos, but like the hassle that I have to go through for Bedrock content isn't as fun as what it used to be. But like the amount of videos that I can make now is just way more fun if I do other type of stuff. But like I said, it's all personal preference. Like I couldn't do a Dragon Ball Bedrock video unless I was able to play Bedrock on my laptop. But why would I play Bedrock on my laptop if I have Java already? It seems very pointless. If I have Java on my laptop and I can play Dragon Ball Block C, then what's the point being Bedrock? No, what's even the point? But then yeah, of course I can play Bedrock on my laptop. I can play Bedrock on my PS4, and I can film videos on here and stream easier because it doesn't cost my laptop that much. It costs my laptop too much time and like whatever rubbish it is to stream, but I can do it on here and easily stream on YouTube and Twitch and comfortably get away with it and not have to stress as much. I have literally for YouTube, you would, well, for PC you would probably want to have Streamlabs, you want to have this, you want to have that, because I've done it. People don't realize I've done that stuff. I've streamed on Twitch. I've done the Streamlabs. That was a hassle. I try to do all this stuff just to set myself up on Twitch. I don't have a lot of followers on Twitch. I literally have 24 last time I checked, because I don't stream on there anymore. It's not that it's difficult or stressful or whatever. It's just the fact that because all my content is on YouTube, and I was making more views on YouTube from my tutorials and all my stuff, that it became pointless streaming on Twitch, because no one knows who I am. Like, I have 1,000 subscribers. No one knows who I am, really, in the world of it. So it's like, what is the best decision to make business-wise? Is it better to keep on trying to make videos for streaming on Twitch, or is it better just to have stuff on YouTube? And I think streaming on YouTube is way better, because I can then enjoy it a lot more and have a lot more fun on it and just have a great time. Like, plus with this, I don't ever have to stress as much. I don't have so for me, all I do is walk from my living room or my bedroom where I need to put my clothes away. Got to remember to do that before I go to bed. And I can just walk in here, sit down, turn on my PlayStation. I've got my, so if this makes a noise, I've got my Blue Yeti. Yeah, I've got my Blue Yeti chilling. Got chat doing loads of stuff. I can purchase my own super chat. That's fine. I got like my Blue Yeti here. Got my laptop in front of that. Got my PS4. Sorry, my screen there. My camera up there. My PS4 over there. Set up. Don't then have to stress. And like another thing that I find frustrating, which you will only know this if you are a Bedrock YouTuber / somebody who plays on Bedrock, is the fact that I have to constantly deal with that sometimes on Bedrock things aren't the same as Java. So if best point of reference, RL Craft. Ariel Craft on Java is 10 times better than it will ever be on Bedrock, because of the fact is the guys that have ported it over have only ported it over and then they're done with it. They've done 2 updates and then just left it. They've moved on now, they don't care. But then it has, I would say, 10% of what you can actually get in the actual Java variation of Minecraft. So it's then like pretty pointless on actually even playing that version of Minecraft. So we're basically digging down because I can't be bothered to just sit here. But yeah, like, it's frustrating because I would really love to be able to just be a Bedrock YouTuber. But if I am to grow and my channel is to develop in the future, then just being a Bedrock YouTuber is the most pointless thing of my career on YouTube. Like, one of the add-ons that I have, that I've done a video on, the people behind the add-on released an update for their add-on, but then like made an item which is really, really cool, but then never came up with how to craft it. So I've made a video on it and people are like, oh, how'd you craft that? I'm like, I don't know, they haven't even put it in. And then you get the backlash, and then people think I'm part of the modding team. It's like, no, I'm not even part of anything here. I'm just making a video and having a great bloody time. Because a lot of people get so like stuck with the thought that maybe I'm part of them that they don't even realise, no, I'm just a normal person who likes making videos. So that's why I like Java way more. Java's so better. The only thing I don't like about Java, because of course I have to have something I don't like, but that's a preference thing, and it's nothing to do with the actual game. It's to do with it's to do with the fact that I get cramps in my left arm, bloody pressing the keys and stuff. But that's literally because my arm is pretty far away from where I actually position my laptop. So then it like becomes a difficult thing because I don't have a keypad to my laptop. So it's like really frustrating for my arm. I just get cramps. I'm just like, oh god damn it, not again. Apart from that, it's just like not an issue. Like, oh my god, when I was filming the Lord of the Rings videos, it was getting cramps in my arm for like ages, and it's not fun at all. Let me just check this is actually okay, perfect. It's still doing its thing because I accidentally pulled out the bloody headphones. No, I just find it ridiculous. I think if you're going to make videos, your ultimate goal is one thing, is to have fun. And be true to yourself. Really be true to yourself. Like, what are the videos you want to make? If you're the type of person that wants to make Lego videos, do it. If you want to make Lego videos and you really like Lego, and that's the thing, and you really want to make those type of videos, then please go ahead and make Lego videos. If your favourite thing to do is play Fortnite, which I haven't done in ages, and I was actually in the mood to do some Fortnite, and I realised, my channel's Minecraft. But yeah, if you're really interested in something, then do it, because you're only going to show what you're into. Like, I'm not really into horror games as much as like my wife is. But I love watching Dad's games and enjoying watching that. But I know if I was to film horror games, I would do actually pretty well viewership wise, because I get terrified and scared very easily by horror games. My wife finds it hilarious. So benefactorly, it would be worthwhile for me to play a horror game. But is that being true to myself? Because it's like, well, if I just played horror games, am I actually going to enjoy playing this or not? Or is this just going to be something I know because I get scared, people are just nice? Oh, dude, I played Dying Light once back in the day when I was about 19. Had a well over time because I didn't own the disc. I couldn't take it with me. But because I own it now, I still haven't got round to playing it. But it's on like my list of backlog games that I've got to play. And hello, my beautiful wife. No, but I think, like, honestly, hey, Rowan. I think you just got to be honest with yourself. If you like a certain genre of games and you want to make videos on that, do it. If you like, should we say, Star Wars, and Star Wars is your thing, and you want to make videos on Star Wars, do it. But just be honest with yourself. Like, I think we all can discuss this right now. I'm sure you guys that follow social media will know, of course, KSI has left the Sidemen and basically is now in the mindset that he will compete with Mr. Beast. Of course, that is a massive delusion because it's a delusion not because of his grandeur, but because he's chosen to switch from one dynamic of creativity to another one. I've been playing Minecraft since I think 2011. I don't actually fully know. I think it's like super early on. I was playing on my phone. I can't fully remember. But like I was saying, so he's in a position where he's got so much grandeur of his own ego, it's not actually allowing him to properly see that he can never compete with Mr. Beast. His thought process is, I'm going to compete with Mr. Beast. It's like, no, you're not going to compete with Mr. Beast. Because the fact is, Mr. Beast never did. He did some content prior, which was his like game content that he did, but then he ultimately carried on and did his like funny, not his funny, but like moved on to his challenges and stuff like that. That was his main focus. But then you have KSI, whose main thing was FIFA, the Sidemen. So he's got too many hands and too many pies. Yeah, he always has. He always has an ego problem. It's well known in the British thingy. Rowan, thank you, but no, sadly, I do not need anything at the moment. I am good, my lovely wife. I hope you're feeling okay, princess. We're just streaming some hardcore Minecraft because I had the motivation to do some streaming. So we are streaming. And I realise I don't have any sticks. Now the funny thing is, KSI is doing videos that like Mr. Beast did years ago. Like years and years ago. I think he did a video where it's about tape. That video has been done to death. How many tape is it going to keep me up? Well, Mr. Beast did that years ago. It's not a new thing. The thing is, KSI's I think KSI's issue is he's easily led. He's easily led because he has a team around him who are a bunch of yes men that will tell him whatever he wants to hear, and he will never realise that what they're trying to tell him is a load of rubbish. Because when you actually watch KSI's videos and it is him, you can tell when he's been actually genuine. But then the amount of yes men he has around him is just so embarrassing to watch. It becomes rather pathetic because you're like, what the heck is this guy doing? Like, he's better off sticking with the boys and growing content with them and forgetting anything about like overall channel growth or anything like that. Like, I get that if it was me personally and I was in KSI's position and I was KSI, now of course I'm looking at this with hindsight, which he does not have access to. I firstly would have chose to just take some time off. I would have taken some time off of the Sidemen and carried on filming videos to my channel. Because of one reason only. And that is, if he enjoys filming content by himself, then he can just keep filming and have a great time. And it stops his schedule being so cluttered with so much. Because that's what I think his issue is. His schedule is so cluttered with so much stuff going on, he doesn't even know what to do with himself. He's just so busy. He's got Britain's Got Talent. He's got loads of stuff going on at the same time. So that poor guy is spread so thin that doing one video a week for Cyber Sundays or whatever they do now, I don't subscribe to him, means he can't actually get access to the boys as much as they could do. That's the issue with a group. And we always knew that they would slowly collapse, because that's just what happens, and that's YouTube for you. Because with stuff like this, it all ends up in a situation where that happens sometimes. Okay, I'm just going to go around looking for some resources and come back. Yeah, Harry is his own person to a point, but I think everyone else is a yes man except Harry, who is less of a yes man, and he's way more like just way more led. He will do whatever. If you tell Harry of the fact that someone's saying it to him, trying to get him to do it, would be something easier than if I said to Vicstar, "Oh, Vicstar, did you know that Earth is round? Earth is flat?" Vicstar's not going to believe me because he has some intelligence behind it. But then if you tell Harry something, Harry is more inclined to believe you because he may think you come from a position of power / intelligence. So he assumes what you say is gold. It is purely honest treatment of him. That's what happened to him majorly. It was because of what everyone else was saying to the poor guy. He was getting treated out like absolute garbage, but he didn't realise he's getting treated like garbage because everyone else was like, "Oh, it's all okay." That's why he joined the Cyberman. It wasn't because he was like needed. It was literally because everyone in the UK YouTube scene was treating him like absolute garbage and was trying to use him and was going to lead him down the dark path. Which then the boys were like, "No, let's not allow that to happen." But ultimately, you see drama around YouTubers all the time. It's just a typical thing. Harry likes money. I can't find, and I will say this honestly, I can't find a human that doesn't like money. Like, if someone said to me right now, "I will give you $250,000 a year, tax-free, and all you have to do is make videos on YouTube," I'm doing that. I will do that. I will do that without questions. Not because I like money, but I like what it gives me, and it gives me security for my family. That's what people like. I don't mind working a little bit harder, working harder hours, because I'm more than willing to work that extra graft because I know that I want to protect my family if anything ever happened to me. So yeah, I get what you mean, Damo. I think we're all in a position of life where it's like we have to understand each other and go, okay, what we want? What do we want? And everyone's like, "Oh, I would like a little bit more money." Now, I will tell you how much money would make me feel more secure in my family. And it's not much. Now, I'm going to tell you exactly how much a month I would prefer to have in my bank account And I would be okay with this if I just had 2k in my bank account every month. That's all I need. All I need to feel a little bit more secure. It's nothing crazy. It's not like I'm asking for millions. It is just something a little bit extra. Nothing really crazy. Just so then I can go, okay, I have 2 grand in my bank account. I can then make sure I put some of that money to the side for my kids. That's not a crazy amount. I can then make sure that they're taken care of, they're treated right, and then they get whatever they want from that. Because I'm not one for money. Like, I like nice things, but I won't go out of my way to like obsess about nice things. I've had this PS4 for years. I think nearly I think I got it when it first came out, so it's like it's years and years and years old. Oh, there's no need to go down. I'll just do it in here. So for me, it's like there's no point stressing or getting bad about money. Oh yeah, it doesn't do that. Nice. Imagine. Terrible. I wonder if you can cook a... Damn it. One day. Might have to head up then. Ugh. Like, one of the biggest creators in my like area of expertise, so the gym, Jim Reaper, basically came out and said to everyone, are you guys okay if I did this brand deal with this company who will pay me 30k or whatever it was? I think it was something ridiculous, and he was turning it down because he didn't want to be known as the person who's a gambler, like promoting gambling to his audience. Now, me personally, as a father, as he is with 2 little boys, and he's got his missus, he needs to take care of them. I don't care what you guys think. Ultimately, I care what you guys think because you guys are the ones that back me and protect me and like hold on yards. But it is up to me to make the decision as an adult and be like, okay boys, I'm gonna have to do this because of the fact of I need to put bread on my table. And I respect the guy for literally saying, are you guys comfortable with me doing this? And everyone going, yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone would say no to it, Damo. It's one of those things where people getting so butthurt about it and like, oh, you can't do that, you can't take 30k. It's like, you do realise how much 30k is? Shit. Run. Like, if it just relieved a little bit of some tension off your shoulders, then I don't see why not. Like, why not go for something like that? Like, now I'm also this type of person. If I get £1 million, what am I going to do with it? I've always said, what would I do if I got £1 million? If I was making £1 million per year through YouTube, what would I do with that money? And that is simple. Make sure my kids are taken care of, that they never ever have to stress about life ever again. So if they want to go to uni, it will be paid off instantly. They would never have to worry about uni debt. If my kids wanted a house in the future and they wanted to start a house, like start a family or anything, and they don't have money for a house, boom, it's there. I've always wanted to do this, and I don't know if my wife's listening too, but like, I don't care. I would love, if I could, is I would buy my wife's family home, so then her parents never have to stress about anything ever again when it comes to their house. Like, I would literally, if I made $1 million a year, that would be one of my first purchases. I would buy their house, because they have no way of ever buying that house. I'd buy the house, and then I would give it to them rent free, and I would never charge them a penny. I would never charge them a penny, because I don't see that as a right. Just because I bought something doesn't mean I should be then able to, especially if it's family, like, charge them. Of course, I'd probably give ourselves a bigger house, just so then my kids, sorry, my kid can have her own room when she's a little bit older and wants to have a little bit of a room. Then that would be what I would do. But ultimately, I would not go out of my way to, like, buy ridiculous things like, oh, I bought a house. Sorry, not a house. I bought myself a ridiculous car or something crazy. It would be like stuff that I seem as acceptable. But do know the setup will probably be the same, and I'll probably be still living in the same house. I just would be sensible with my money, and I would put it away so then I could retire in the future. But yeah, hey, you never know. One day I could be that guy that's making millions of pounds on YouTube by playing Minecraft or playing another game. You never really know about the industry. Yeah, you know, I think that's what a lot of kids would do, mate. Is people would love to, like, I bet that would give your mum so much bloody joy, and I think that would be super wholesome, my friend. You know what, Damo? If I ever become fucking mega rich and super rich, and I know you, whenever that happens, I'm fucking buying that childhood home for you. Like, you've been by my side through this shit for long enough now, where I will be more than willing to send you a fucking deposit or whatever it is for that bloody house. I don't care if someone's living there. I'll fucking just kick him out. I'll be like, no, this is Damo's mum's house now. Get the fuck out. Because I think everyone deserves, like, what they hope and dream to have. I'm also just going to get into a bit of a sad, but like an emotional bit, so I do apologise to anyone watching in the future. But I'm also the type of person where, if I become a millionaire, I'm more than willing to put the time and effort in to put it towards charities that I believe in. One of those charities, which I think a lot of people need to support, is Rays of Sunshine. They are such a beautiful charity. I want to cry about this because it's bloody beautiful, and I don't want to get killed by a skeleton, so I'm going to run away. But Rays of Sunshine is a beautiful charity, and they do the most wholesome stuff. So basically, Rays of Sunshine is this really nice charity that helps out. Please drop wall. Oh no, you don't. You're a baby. It's got a baby while talking about a wholesome charity. How fun. Yeah, Rays of Sunshine. Let me get it up correct, so then I can actually say their actual correct name, because I don't want to say it as bad and then I get misinformed, because I would be so annoyed. Yeah, it's called Rays of Sunshine Children's Charity, brightens the lives of seriously ill children across the UK. Now, as a person who's a father, whose daughter was born premature, who also has disabilities himself, I have autism, ADHD, And I've known friends who are born with leukemia. I've known so many different stuff. This charity is probably one of the most beautiful charities that I've ever seen, because it does so much good stuff. And all it is raising money for this charity. Allows it to give wishes to kids who, God forbid, seriously can't do anything. It gives them such a beautiful life and ability. Like, it's just so wholesome. You know what? Fuck it. I want to read some of the stuff that they do, because I think this is amazing. We got one, literally on their first thing in 2025. Met police officer in training, Thomas. Even when he was in hospital for his cancer treatment, 5-year-old Thomas would tell his mum he wanted to be a police officer when he was older. For his wish, we organised him to become a police officer for a day at his local station. He was inducted as an honorary police officer, which included touring the station, meeting staff and seeing and hearing the police cars and bikes and testing out other gear. Now, why in the heck would anyone else in the entire world not want to do that? I would do so much if I was just given the opportunity to do this. So I think if I was ever in a position where I had the ability to do this, which I actually might just say fuck it and try, because why not? There's so much wholesome stuff on here. It breaks my heart because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and you see all this stuff and you think, wow, that's really, really wholesome. Like, you can buy a gift for a child in hospital, and there's these little kids who are like 5 years old, and sometimes even yes. Like, we have another one. 6-year-old Elena loves watching Arsenal play, whether she's at home or in hospital, but due to her cancer treatment, she's never been able to watch a match in person. For her wish, we organised a VIP experience at Emirates, where she got to watch her beloved team and even meet the players. Elena's mum says she will remember this forever. That is just beautiful. It is beautiful. Like, I'm sorry, here's another one. I'm sorry, we're reading this shit because it's the most beautiful shit that I have ever seen as a dad. As a dad, this burns inside, and I think these charities need to be put to think. So if you have any chance, guys, go to bloody Rays of Sunshine online on Instagram and give them a follow, because they do God's work. They do beautiful work for anyone. Here's another one. When 7-year-old Wilfrey was diagnosed with neuroblastoma a few years ago, he spent a lot of the time in hospital using a wheelchair due to limited mobility. Our wishes granted sent Wilfrey and his family to Centre Parks, where he got to throw himself into all kinds of activities like swimming, climbing, quad biking and more. How wholesome is that, guys? Here's another one. We granted Zayden's wish to have a Nintendo Switch back in 2023, bringing him joy and distraction during his cancer treatment. Now, I do have a bit to add on to this. After relapsing last year, Zayden and his school, Perchy Spring Primary, set their sights on giving him back with a sponsored walk around their school fields. The dedicated team of students and teachers walked a collective 813 miles, raised more than 1.8k this June, following their first steps with your own friendships. Yeah. I just think that's fucking wholesome. Sorry, guys. I got really fucking emotional there. I would love so much to give like billions of pounds, billions and billions and billions and billions of pounds, because I think that's where it needs to be. Like, fuck it. If I was Prime Minister, we're not, I know it's terrible, but I would be like, heck it, we're never going to spend a penny on a fucking weapon again until we've cured cancer in kids. Until we've cured these kids of these medical illnesses, then we can finally fucking do something. That's awesome, Damo. Like, so as a kid, I was offered to go to grief, this special camp for families who were grieving because of like a family loss. So it opened my eyes massively as a kid, because you get to go do stuff all these charities, and we were given a wish. So something I'm gonna open up about is my dad died when I was about 11 years old. He sadly died, and there was nothing that, of course, us kids could do. And the entire time we were grieving like crazy, and so was our mum. And we were like slapped in the face really with life. This is, as young kids, you aren't expecting to be like, oh, your mum come in, and then next minute you've been told your dad has sadly died. And everyone was super, super nice, because they knew how painful it was for kids to deal with that. So I have a deep, I think it's more of a responsibility to, I think that's, so this is, so my therapist always says to me, is that I have a deep responsibility in my heart to protect those who can't be protected. Because as a kid, I couldn't protect myself. So it's my way of making sure that I protect others. So like charities, I love charities because I think they do amazing work. So I always like to hear about stuff. So there was one time where me and my wife was doing something not for charity, but sorry, I'm tapping on the can to get the thing off. I do apologise. Where we were watching a live stream of our favourite, my wife's favourite YouTuber, other than her husband, I hope. Damn, this all can hold a load of Coca-Cola. So, yeah, we're watching a streamer that we really, really like, called Daz Games. Daz Games is, like, he is a very charitable man. If you don't know, every year he does a thing for Rays of Sunshine and tries to help raise a load of money. And last year, we were luckily we weren't in such a major position where we could donate loads, but we were in a position where we still were able to donate, and it's something that we always wanted to do, because we were like, heck it, these people need donations, so let's donate to them and help. So we like to do that sometimes. Like, there's a charity near where I live called Corban Project. Ironically, that's my name. Of course, it's spelt with a K, not a C. So Corban Project is a charity for the homeless teenagers in Colchester, where I live. And I was in a position where I sadly had to go there. I had become homeless. I had nowhere to go. I had nothing left. But luckily, they took me in. They gave me a place to live while I was going through one of the most troublesome times of my life. They pushed me to achieve things that I never thought I could. So they're always a charity that I don't mind helping out, to the point they've offered me to become a trustee on their charity, which I sadly turned down at the time because I was having my kid, so I didn't have a lot of time to spread out. I do agree. Imagine what just one promotion from the Premier League would probably earn a charity millions of pounds. People don't realise how much a news thing could be. Yeah, like in the future, there's so much stuff I just want to do. So we went into some weird shit tonight, and I don't know why. We do this periodically. I have like such an emotional level to the world and charities and how much I just love stuff. Maybe this is how we survive in this goddamn game. It's just me get emotional and start digging a goddamn hole. But my life is very sad. I don't like it. Like, life at the moment for a lot of people it's very troubling. Because a lot of people are really struggling at the moment. And it's sad to know that. Well, I have a couple friends who have like told me stuff. I'm not going to tell you their business because it's my friends and they trust me with that stuff. But like there's stuff that they told me and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And then I think I've got like the weirdest bunch of friends that I know. Like a friend of mine came to me today and was it yesterday, told me something that, no, I fucking respect this guy, like honestly. He told me something about one of his family members. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man. And like, I'm always here for you if you need to. All that shit. And like, I'll tell him stuff about my life and all that. But like, deep down we both really do care. And I think that's what makes a good friend. Is when you really care about this, like what's going on in their life. Not in that like, I want to know what's going on in Timothy's life. So then if anything's bad, I can laugh at him. That type of stuff. No. We don't do that in here. So we're always here to like support each other. Yeah, brother. I respect that. Yeah, I'm back. I'm with that. Like, I think... Now, this is how I look at it in my brain. So this maybe how you feel, Damo. Maybe not. But I think I'm on the fucking ball with this one. I feel in a position when you are in such darkness... Having a charity, even if you just see them once a week, if you see them once, it is like a sudden, like, it's like you're looking in the dark and everything's, you're blind to it all, and you're so deep into the grief, the pain, the just everything that could be horrible about that situation when it comes to life. If you've got cancer, if your mum's sick, or if your dad's sick, or if someone dies, or your little, whatever it could be, you could be so deep dark into that. But then a charity would just come on, and they don't yoink you out of it. They just put an extra, just a hand on your shoulder and just tell you, we know it's not going to be okay, but we're here if you need us. And it just feels like the strain that's in here gives you that second bit of just time to go and breathe. Because that's what happens in grief. It's not, we don't get over grief. Grief is something that we walk with. I can't remember who said it, and I think it was Jimmy Carr. He said, grief is not something we get over with, it's something that we walk with. And I really hope it was Jimmy Carr, because that's a fantastic quote. Because it's the reality that grief will always be with us. We will never let it go. Because it is, I think this is another Jimmy Carr, he said, and I heard it from him, grief is all of the, I think it's like unused love that was supposed to happen. Like, it's something really beautiful. And it made me realise, like the grief that I felt for my father when he died was based on the fact that I didn't get enough time to show him how much he meant to me. Which could also be the same for a lot of people out there, and I feel charities are they're there to protect you when nothing else in the world, when everything else in the world is trying to pin you down and destroy you. Charities are there to help give you that kick up, give you that little notion of it's okay, it's okay, life is shit, it's gonna get better, just you're gonna take some hits. You're gonna take some hits, and you're gonna be alright. Like it's something to take note of. That life is a bitch, and it's gonna take some hits. So, like, in all response, there's stuff going on in my life right now that you guys don't know. Stuff that, like, you would make your head go, what the fuck is he, why the heck is he still streaming? Why isn't he here? Why isn't he doing this? Why is he doing that? And it's loosely down to the fact that I could sit here and wallow in self-pity. I can sit and be terrified, or I can get on and kick its ass, or and just enjoy life. Like, the stuff that's going on in my life, nothing's happening to me individually, like my body, but stuff's happening to people that I love. Now, I've always said this, as someone who I don't know how to put it. I want to put it in good words, because I like using good words. I think life has its way of hitting you when you're down, or when you've been given a good moment. Now, something my wife said, which I think is, it's hurtful to hear coming from, I don't know how to put it into words, guys. I think I might stop with trying to explain what I mean. Like, stuff's going on in me and my wife's lives that, like, makes you wonder, is there good in the world? Is there perfect in the world? Is there the joy in the world? Now, I won't go into too much detail, because it's me and my wife's business. It's always only going to be me and my wife's business. But the best way to put it is, stuff's happening in our lives, and it makes me wonder, because my wife is a different human being. I don't think... Now, my wife's not going to hear this, so... because she's probably gone to bed already, because how late it is. My wife is an angel. Now, you guys may think, oh, it's just because he loves his wife and he thinks that she's an angel and all this. Oh, I bet she's really nice and sweet. But, like, I literally think my wife is an angel that has come down to just be on earth, because of how pure she is, how sweet, how innocent, how kind. My wife is so sweet and kind and innocent, and she is loving and caring and just the most amazing person in the world. So, like, I look at the world sometimes and it makes me question it. Makes me question it a lot. As someone who just normally is nonchalant about stuff, it makes me question it a lot. And I see that on social media, that you have loads of people now who are questioning life, because life is a horrible piece of shit. It is a horrible, horrible piece of shit that sometimes really fucks with you mentally. We went into some weird depressive stuff. What's not depressive on my desk that's fun to look at? Panda! We got a panda! Panda time! Oh my god, it's panda time! Panda, panda, panda time! Panda, panda, panda time! Oh, who wants a little panda? Oh, isn't he adorable? Oh yeah, I missed a little panda. Anyway, back to this game, because we're going to end up in some really depressive stuff. La 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 la. That's probably why we don't get a lot of views on these anymore. It's because I've watched too many of my things and just got instantly sad, and we're like, ah, fuck. Like, I would have got way more subs, but then I made people sad, and now they don't watch. Like, my view time's gone down because people aren't watching as much as they were last year. Oh damn, I wonder what happened. It's because I made someone sad. La 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 la. I don't know what to do. I don't have any coal. I'm gonna have to quickly get a bed, because if we don't, we're gonna end up getting killed by phantoms, and I don't want to risk that this episode, this stream, because that would be annoying if we die to phantoms. Because I would actually just throw my controller out the window. I don't have a window, so I'd probably just throw my controller at my TV. Right now, I'm just looking over to my right, and all I see is Bumblebee. So, Damo, I have not, because I've been so busy that I haven't actually had time to record an episode. So I felt bad, because I said to everyone, don't worry boys, we're going to have a video each week on this channel, and it's going to be fun and all this, and I've recorded one episode and it's been 2 weeks. Well, I think it's nearly 3 weeks. And then ironically I gained a sub because of it. So I've got to get an Adventure Time video out. I'll probably do that tonight, because I'm not going to continue on streaming for a bit. I'm going to stream for a little bit longer, give myself some stuff, and then I think I might stream this maybe tomorrow, because I missed yesterday. I don't know, I will see. It just matters what time I get home, because I will be with my wife again. I have to look after her for the whole day, put up with my wife, aka my wife has to put up with me, because she's the one who has to deal with my shenanigans. Like, my wife knows that I hate hospitals. I really hate hospitals. I do not like hospitals. I do not want to be in hospitals. And where we were, it was like super busy and super loud. So because I was well behaved, as my wife puts it. Bear in mind, I'm autistic, and I hate sound, and I hate loud noises, and I hate busy stuff. And also because of my PTSD, I have like very bad anxiety when it comes to certain areas. So if I'm in an area and it's too loud, I won't like it, because I can't control the sounds and I can't control the exits. So it like freaks me out a little bit. But my wife is amazing. So she goes to me, you know, babe, guess what? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, babe. Because I'm listening to her like a good husband. She goes, you know, because you've been good. I was like, oh, that's nice. You can go get yourself a magazine. So your boy bought himself a Lego Ninjago magazine with his wife's money. Yeah, boy. So I got myself a magazine after the hospital today. So that was really fun. Just gonna make this into the bed here. Just place the bed here. And then set that. I don't know if, I think that might cause an issue. And then that might, if we don't switch it to the other side. Let me just do this. So nothing to, oh, I just broke that for that reason. There you go. And then as we sleep, yeah, probably a bit better. Yeah, so because I've been good at the hospital, I got to have a game. Got to got some magazines with 4 minifigures, so I was very happy because it means that I now have a lot more minifigures. If you know me, I have already got loads of minifigures. I have started collecting Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which is fun. I think the most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card that I actually own right now is about £5. But I also have found out one of my Pokemon cards, ungraded, is worth 20 quid. Yeah. Which I think is really, really cool. Because I can't be bothered to spend the money to get my cards graded when it's going to cost me the same amount as the card itself, or way more. Yeah, so for me, Demo, sound and crowds are like the worst. So as you know, like in a hospital, it's load of people, load of noise, load of machines beeping off and on. Like, I hate that noise, and it not pisses me off, but overwhelms me. So normally if I get too overwhelmed, my wife tells me to put my headphones on. But these are stuff that I never used to get stressed with, I would say. That's not what I want to say. It used to frustrate my brain. I would struggle with it. But as time has gone along, I've slowly started to notice that I get more overwhelmed. But that's because I'm just autistic, and it's... I used to... Sorry, that's not what I meant. I meant I started to notice it more, because in the past I would just be like, oh, I'm very overwhelmed, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. And then I learned, oh, it's because I'm autistic. It's because I get super overwhelmed in certain situations, and I don't like being in certain places. That made me realize, oh, that's why. That's why I feel uncomfortable, and that's why I don't like certain things. And it all then made me realize that, this is all simple stuff that I can fix if I tried. So I used to have special headphones, not like the ones where you see like people wear, but mine always play music. So I started to learn certain music helps me, like if I feel angry, there's certain music that I can calm my brain down. So I can't have like rap music if I'm angry, of course. So I have classical music. So I listen to some classical music like Mozart, Beethoven, some of the like newer variations of classical music. If I'm like too angry, if I'm sad, I'll have like happy music or something like that. Or if I'm a bit overwhelmed, I'll probably take my headphones off, because sometimes the sensory sound of headphones can be a bit too much for my brain, so it doesn't like it. I just find it a bit of a struggle sometimes, because it's like I want to go do stuff, but I'd rather be at home by myself, and then I want to go out with my friends, but then I also would want to be by myself. Like, it's such an annoyance. It's like, oh, it's so annoying. So I feel for my friends sometimes, because it's like I want to set some stuff up with my friends, but then I'm like, oh, and then I get overwhelmed if my friends don't like invite me to stuff. But it's not because they've not invited me, it's because I've not asked. But then I'm too like thingy about asking. I don't want to ask. I'm like goddamn too polite, or I'm in some circumstances I'm too direct, which is bloody hilarious. If anyone actually knew me, the only reason I'm direct is because I was taught to be direct. So when I used to work, with a colleague of mine, they taught me to be direct because they had an issue with that. I would always not be direct, so then I would get upset at something, and my boss would be like, "What are you upset with?" And I'd be like, "Oh, because of this." And they were like, "Corban, that happened ages ago." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, I was a bit annoyed by that." And he would say to me that I just hold it in too much. So he was like, "Oh, you actually need to stop like holding it in, mate. You need to actually just be honest with yourself. If you're annoyed, let me know." So I think it was always the best. But nowadays, being too direct is a big thing, and it's not good for management if you are too direct. Or unless, you know, I found a quick way of actually becoming a manager. I'm gonna basically gonna get my dad to come work for the company. So I'm gonna go get my dad's ashes, gonna sign him up as a manager, and then I'll get a management job. You know, daddy helps. Yeah, mate, death metal is pretty sick. If that helps you, like, lock in mentally, I would say. Not like, "I've had some death metal now today, boys. I've locked in. Where's the closest school?" You're not locking in like the Americans do. But for me, it was just like, certain music always helps me mentally be calm and relax. So I think if it helps, it helps. Getting loads of coal. Also realising it's going to go dark soon. In the world of Minecraft, I got 28, which basically means some of that dropped. Oh, this isn't going to be fun. One thing I will say, being in the position I am in has made me realise I can't do certain stuff by myself. So at the moment, my wife is not living with me. She's not at my house because she needs to be watched over 24/7, pretty much. Not like just because she's a little bit, she's ill and that. So she's at her mum's. But it has made me realise I really struggle with doing the everyday stuff. Like, I've had loads of washing that's been in a washing basket that needs to be put away. Bear in mind, it's all clean. It's all clean clothes. And then the washing up. That is a mental struggle for me. By myself, I didn't realise how bad it was. So, like, it's crazy. That's what I think people don't realise, Damo, is like certain times you need certain things like music to help you feel comfortable in your own skin. When I have certain music on, man, I feel bigger than the world sometimes. I was told to apply to get disability because of my disability, of course, which is fair because I have disabilities, but I don't get disabilities due to the fact that I am a personal trainer. So they were like, physically you are fully able, but it's all mental. I have anxiety when I go out. I actually get really scared and stressed. I am constantly on watch because I am scared people might attack me. And it's like, that's not fun. I also have PTSD from when I was younger. But life is life, as people say. I wonder if I'll be out of the chunk then. I've got to cook some iron. I'm going to make myself some iron cloves. You know, look at this face. It used to have a beard. It did actually used to have a beard. And I just got rid of the beard. I'm just not happy with it. Oh, my ass. My ass is wet warm. Someone put a nice comment and I want to see what videos they commented on. Oh, that's nice of them. The guy's called, I don't know if you'll ever see this, Afro Duck. Thank you for that lovely comment. Hello, Afro Duck. Hello, sir. That's funny as heck, my friend. That is hilarious as heck. Oh, I was paying you a compliment, my friend. I like when people comment on my videos because it gets me feeling good. I also like the ones where you can tell they haven't like understood the video or they haven't like watched the video properly. They've commented. Like I did it once and I had to delete my comment. I was such an idiot. I commented before I read the video. So I was watching a Cal's video. If you know Cal on TikTok. Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, well, we're always open and fun to chat with. Pretty much in the stream, it's like completely open. But like I was saying, so I watched it before I even watched this video on Cal's thing. He plays video games, like gets loads of video games. The first image I saw is loads of Silent Hill games. I've commented, do you think you will be do you think Cal knows about the new Silent Hills game? Not watching the video. I've left the video. Someone's commented, well, looks like someone didn't watch the video. I was like, what do you mean? I click the video, I watch it, and the first thing this guy called Cal says is, so as there's a new Silent Hill coming out, I thought I'll show you all the Silent Hills that have come out prior. And I'm like, I'm a mug. I had to delete my comment so quickly off his video. I was like, I'm done. I can't put myself in this. Because I realised that I instantly was like, oh damn, that's not something I want to be associated with. Like, I just find that stuff funny because it's like, I love seeing people's comments on like, oh, like, they haven't properly watched the video, and you're like, okay, it's okay if you haven't watched it, no one judges, but like, when it's so silly. Like, or I love when my fans, like people that like my videos have commented on behalf of me, and I just read it, and it's funny as, like one guy who was like, oh, this video is pointless, it helps no one. I've commented, oh, well, you must be wrong because 30,000 people have watched this and it's all helped them. And then the person, another one of my fans, reply with, yeah, it helped me, mate. Hello, Holly. I'm doing well. We are making shoes because in this day and age, a Minecrafter can never have enough shoes. And now we're going to make a chest plate. And a helmet. Because that's all I have. I'm going to have bare legs. Just makes... You know, why am I doing this by hand? Why am I doing this by hand, guys? No, Afro. This is on PlayStation 4 because me and my wife have not bought a PS5 yet. Did she do that? We don't have a lot of money to like just fling around on the PS5, so we were like, heck it, let's not. Well, actually, my wife said, I don't want a PS5 because they're just a glorified DVD player. Yeah, that's what my wife said. My wife was like, no, I don't want one. Let's get a PC. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm down for having a PC. I'm down for that stuff. And then she goes to me today after, like, she promised me a PS5, that she's going to buy me a PS5. And she goes to me, you know what, babe? I actually would love a PS5. And I go, why? She goes, because this YouTuber I watch, Dad's Games, is like played some horror games, and I know he's going to be playing these really awesome horror games, and I've seen some really cool horror games, and I want to be able to play them. My wife loves horror games. Like, she loves horror games. She's had a PS4, which was bought by her brother, which is sweet. Okay, Afro Duck, I'm literally giving you a kick up your ass to say to you, message him. You never know what someone's been up to. Like, I periodically message my friends that I haven't seen in years. Because you don't know when, God forbid, you message someone, they could be going through the worst time of their lives, and suddenly saying, wait a minute, Afro Duck has messaged me? I haven't heard from him in years. I wonder what he's up to. And you distract him from the shitty life they're having at that individual second. Like, if you can find him, of course, then yeah, do it, man. It'll be awesome. You know what you should do, Afro, is if you are able to find him and speak to him, you've got to give us an update. You've got to come back to stream. So I want you to subscribe. You don't have to do anything else. Just subscribe, turn notifications on, and when you have, like, you've only have to ever come back once. If the channel is not for you, and you don't want to stay, that's completely chill. But you've got to speak to this person and give us all an update. That's what I want. I want to find out how this person is, because I think it'll be cool. Like, I've tried to get in contact with a load of childhood friends of mine, which has all worked out. Got loads of like childhood friends that I used to play video games with. I can remember this one thing. I used to play video games with a guy called James, and he was the first person that ever introduced me to one of the greatest video games ever known to man. If you guys disagree with this, I will be so sad. It is Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2. Such a god tier game. I love that game. I realised I just used all my iron for nothing. I found that was the best game. You should do it. It will. I think Afro Duck, getting to know people that you've missed out, like, it's amazing. Like, it's so much fun. Because ironically, I was sitting on the bus and I thought, because I was heading home. And I thought, you know what? It would be cool to hang out with the people I hanged out with when I was 18 and 17. They were fun people to be around then. And I know what they're all up to because I don't live too far from any of those individuals. So I keep an eye, some would say, on those people. And I always make sure they're doing good because I care. But then I was like, I haven't hanged out with those people in ages. It would be cool to hang out with them again. So I'm thinking of setting something up. What I'm also thinking of doing is, because I went on holiday when I was 18 with loads of lads that I went to college with, and we went to France, and we all hanged out, and it was actually really, really fun, and I had a great time with those lads, and they were some of like the best times and most fun times that I spent with any individuals. And I am at the position where I'm thinking, and another friend of mine was thinking that we should set up something where me and those friends go to France again and all go on a holiday together again. Because we've all matured differently. So like, out of the group that went, I'm a dad. I'm married. Some of them have a kid. Some don't. Some just live the same lives they left. So we thought it'd be cool. Oh, sorry, I just saw that. Holly Parker, thank you. But we don't do that around here. We don't, we love to help, but at the moment we have got all the stuff we need. So, thank you anyway, though. Plus, I don't use any of that stuff anyway. Yeah, that's wholesome. I think it's like kids' way of like making sure they stay in touch, because it's a big deal to suddenly have your friend move. Like, I have had two friends that moved during my high school periods. One moved to a different area, and then the other one completely moved to, like, it's not a, so one moved schools, the other one moved areas who I was super close with, moved to like Clacton. Oh. Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing, Damo. Good old Moshi Monsters. Good old Moshi Monsters. I don't think anyone could ever say, like, I think if we could ever bring out Moshi Monsters again, that would just be, oh. Do you guys remember the Bin Weevils? I think like the Bin Weevils were like Moshi Monster copies, or am I slating them wrong? Moshin. Today, guys, we're going to play the Moshin Monsters. It is a copy of Moshi Monsters. But it's the hacked version, as I couldn't afford to play the membership. Yeah, I had a friend who has, like, him and his brother have the most bog standard British names ever known to man. His name is Joe Smith. His brother is called Sam Smith. Now, trying to find that goddamn name is so goddamn hard. And then also trying to use your memory to figure out what they would look like from when I was a kid is very hard. You actually were, that's so funny. Like, dude, if you go on Facebook and just Google Joe Smith, there's millions of people called that. Like, for me, it would be easier for me to go to the location, think I know, and guess where he lived, pretty much. Like, that would be easier than trying to Facebook. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. What a name. People have such unique names. It's really fun to see. I don't think people realize like how awesome like names could be, but then like how inconvenient they can also be. I actually don't know what we're digging for. I'm assuming diamonds. I don't think I did. Ugh. What games did I play as a kid? Oh, I played cool maths games. You know I played cool maths games. Like, I think there's so many kids out there who's played cool maths games. It's just legendary. Like, I can remember playing my math, like going on my maths to do my maths work while I'm also playing cool maths. Or like, it got to a point where our teacher just gave up and we were just playing whatever. I'm going to tell you an experience that I had at high school, which has now made me realise that my high school was very discriminative against someone like me, even though I didn't know I had autism. So, for my maths class... Ah, okay. I play Sword and Sandals a lot. Before I carry on with my story, there is a game, and I can't remember what it's called, but basically in the game you basically attack a castle with like different trebuchets and stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Siege something, and yeah, like different variations of it. But as I was saying, so at high school for maths I was pretty decent at maths, because just the way my brain is, I'm pretty good with numbers and understand numbers and concepts of numbers really easily. Especially algebra. I was actually pretty good at algebra. And so my family are really smart. So one of my aunties, I think it's an auntie, I don't know how you say it, is literally a doctor in maths. My little brother learnt how to count to 100 before he was pretty much 1.5 years old. I think it was something ridiculous. And I'm pretty good at maths myself, just due to the way my brain is. And so I was put in one maths class, and I was doing really, really well, and I was improving. So the point, I was getting the work done before everyone else, and I was bored, and I would... But yeah, I would play up. And it got to the point where the teachers basically said to me, "Oh, Corbin, would you like to go into this other class?" I was like, "Oh yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm always down to that." I then got moved from a top end class to the lowest class, and in the lowest class we were called the troublemakers. So our teacher literally called us the troublemakers, and we were then basically branded with the thought of, oh, if you're in that class, you're trouble, you don't listen at all. And then I will be honest, we were like, heck it, we'll just be that then. If you think we're all going to be troublemakers and we're all going to be like these misbehaving kids, we'll misbehave. Like, it's ridiculous. And I actually started to realise it's because of the way my autism is just like, it's pretty good at... I've always been slightly treated differently anyway, by like school, everything. Like, I wanted to do sports, but then my teacher said, "Oh no, Corbin, there was a village near my house. My house is over there. Why didn't... Oh my god, Damo, this was your fault. Why didn't you tell me, Damo? You're supposed to be my eyes." I'm joking, my friend. Like, what? What the heck? I missed out on a goddamn village. I'm potatoes. I've been looking for food for ages. Joking. Like, I was fine. I was just treated... Geography school, like, I was always treated like differently. Like, I even say to my wife sometimes stuff that I got treated differently. Oh yes, speaking of leggings, we finally have some, boys. Yeah, I was always treated differently, especially by like teachers and other students, because I was a bit goofy like, but I was also autistic as fuck. Like, I loved making aeroplane models with my other friends who were also special. So, you know, can't if you can't beat them, boys, become retarded. Right, that's life. If you're special, don't push away from it, push into it. I respect that, Afro. I just remember the questions. No, I can't. I think my best subject is religion, is RE. So I for GCSEs I did what's it? I did maths and English because I failed. Sorry, I did maths and English. I did history. I then also did religious education, and then a lovely thing called leisure and tourism. Leisure and tourism I actually did really well in, just because it's really easy subject. And in history I was okay. Wasn't as good as I thought I could be, but that was because a lot of my subject of history was on a computer, and I had to have extra time because of my, specialness. So that was fun. Oh, Tamo, I'm well good at religious education. Like, people don't realise how good I actually am at religious education. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, I would have, like, full-on conversation. Like, I could hold my own during religious conversations between my RE teacher and his boss. So then my RE teacher, rest in peace, my old RE teacher. He is a legend, and I will speak his name because he is a god tier religious education teacher, to the point he was so amazing, such a great teacher, that I don't think there will be someone like him ever again, and that is Dyer Advaimati. He was a legend, he was a god, he was just so fucking good. He made RE so much fun, and he sadly passed away, I think about 2 years ago. He was a Buddhist, and he was one of those people who were like so chill, but like honest. He would say stuff to you and you don't know if you've got in trouble until he started laughing. And he made RE so much fun that I learnt so much. And he was like, okay, if you're going to do RE, I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you about this religion. I'm going to teach you about that religion. I'm going to make sure that you have the full picture, so then you have an open mind. And then with my own like childhood stuff about going to church and stuff, I learnt so much. So I performed really well in religious education. So yeah. Also, ironically, my parents thought I was going to become a priest. Yeah. Because I would preach the Gospels and stuff like that to them. But like certain subjects, I like to know. Oh, did I also do graphics as a GCSE? I think I did graphics as a GCSE. I can't remember. I loved graphics. Yes, I did. I did graphics as a GCSE. Even though I didn't want it. Okay, so in my school we had graphics, and then you had computer science, which I wish I did now. Now, if I did computer science now, like when I was at school, the ability to make money would be so much easier for me right now. But yeah, so I did computer science, graphics, and graphics was like design and stuff, which was really, really fun. Oh, there's my house. Okay, cool. But I would have loved to do metal work, but sadly we weren't actually allowed to do metal work as a GCSE. And I was really okay. I was not the best at it. I was okay at it, but I loved it. It was one of those subjects where I really loved doing. And we had a great teacher who was funny as. Our teacher was so good that the funny thing was he like dislocated his shoulder, and he was the one that would buy us. Like he used his own money to buy us Airfix models, which is awesome. It's so cool. Yeah, yeah, I find that funny. Like, I just look back now and I see some of the head teachers at my old high school, and I wonder if they're still teaching. And then I see that it's nice to see that they're still educating children and like being good teachers like they were to me. It's not my house, Afro Duck. It is. So basically, before you joined, I was in a little thing up here, and I was just chin wagging away, and I couldn't be bothered to do anything else. So instead, what I did was instead of staying in a box, I dug down and I just basically, this is my house until I get diamonds, so I have somewhere to live. Oh, that's fucking sad, Dave, man. That's a bit of a dick move by schools. Dude, don't stress. Because fucking those little dickheads have said that to me. Because I'm a bastard. In the best way of putting it. I'm like Jon Snow. Because my mum didn't marry my dad. I don't even know who my bloody dad is. So I'm a proper bastard. Yeah. People don't realise how, like, in England, people don't realise how bad religious schools are. People think it's all nice and sunshines, rainbows and butterflies, but they will not stand for anything. Like, I've seen girls that I knew who went to primary school, who were fun, energetic, that I loved like playing games with and stuff. When they were like, oh, I'm going to this school, and then you see them like a couple of years later, and I can't remember this one girl's name. I saw her a couple of years later. I was like, how's life? How's all this? How was high school? And she's like, it was the most traumatic experience I've ever dealt with. And I was like, fuck. What school did you go to again? It was some religious school up north. And I was like, oh, poor you. Yeah. People don't realise, like, there's a lot of religious schools now, especially in England. Like, there's a lot of, like, schools get away with a lot of stuff, especially religious schools, because they're under that branch of C of E, Church of England. Well, actually, Church of England schools are pretty good. From Damo's experience, like you just said, they are. But I think it's more if it's a Catholic school. Now, if you go to Ireland and go to like some of their schools, yes, it is 100% the same. But it matters on like the type of school, because I went to a primary school that was C of E, and that was really, really good. They were very open. It was run, the head mistress was a German lady. She was really, really nice. Mrs. Parker, shout out, legend. But like a lot of the schools are very much, it matters on how religious they are and like how enforced it is. So some schools can be really, really cool. Like, if there's old schools that used to be part of a nunnery, so like an all-girls school, they are bad. They are very bad, because it's the old adage of, well, there's nuns, you've got to be same as Jesus. Yeah, I understand that about Netherlands. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that Ecuador is quite religious. Yo, what's up, my friend? You join us as we're talking about how bad our schools were. Like, thank you, man. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, damn. Like, it looks, from an outside point of view, it looks like really, really cool and looks like a lot of fun. But of course, I think it's that old adage of, it looks fun from the outside, but the moment you step in, and I may be wrong, the moment you step in, it just feels the same old, same old. But I would say, That's the same for England. People go, oh, it must be really fun to live in England. I was like, yeah, it's just same old. Like, there's nothing really crazy about it. Like, it just, yeah. I've had friends go to Netherlands, and they've said it's an amazing place. I've seen loads of stuff online, and I see it's a pretty beautiful place. But I think, like with everything, it just matters where you go. Yeah, I think Netherlands is one of the better countries in Europe. Well, I will tell you, one of the worst countries I've been to. But this is a span of, I would say, 10 years. No, not 10 years, sorry. I didn't go when I was 15. I went when I was 18, so that would be in... Yeah, man. Do it. Respect it. So, I was 18 when I went, and I've been 25, so that would be 7 years. Okay, yeah. So, France, when I was 18 years old, was amazing. Not because I was 18... I think I was 17 at the time. Not when I was amazing because I was 17 or 18 or whatever it was. It's because of the people. Like, when we walked through Paris, it was amazing. We spoke to amazing French people. We had great conversations with French girls. It was amazing. We had so much fun, and it was energetic. And it just... The moment 2025 came along and I went to France, it felt cold. It felt like nothing that it used to be. And it's sad to see something like that. That used to be so friendly. Like, we went to a market when I was 18 and we spoke to some French people in a little bit of French. I'm not the best at French. When I was younger, I could say a couple more words, but all I can say now is Je m'appelle Corban. I don't even know if that's correct. So when we went to France when I was 18, it was so chill. We met loads of people at the market, and it got to the point where we were like, we had never met this market person, and he was so friendly. He was like, oh guys, like, I've seen that you're buying stuff. Come try our mussels. Come try our mussels out. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. So I go over and try out his, eat one of his mussels. He gives me one of them, and I'm like, oh, how much? And the guy goes, like, basically says no money. So it doesn't charge us. Doesn't charge us all for trying out his products. He's got some grapes there, like, super wholesome guy. And it was an old geezer, very, very old. And he was like, oh, it's great that, like, people are out here enjoying the culture, enjoying stuff. But then now it's just like, like, terrible. Like, I can remember this one experience. We went to a restaurant that our, what's it called? The travel agent had set up. And the food was just terrible. This is when we were 18. So the food was terrible, and we went with our high school. And France was a different animal back then, because I think my teacher literally walked out of the restaurant. Was it? I think it was 18. I've been to France 3 times. I just realised that. One when I was doing history, when I was at high school, so I was 16. Yeah, even the 16 to 17 was amazing. Yeah. So when I was 18, my teacher went outside because it was like terrible French food, and it was just like, it was gross and garbage. Like, all of us was like, what the heck are we just being served? He goes out, speaks to one French person that's just walked past, and goes to him, where is a good restaurant to eat? The French person points down, oh, it's a pretty good restaurant down here. And we all leave to go to this restaurant, and it's probably one of the best restaurants I've ever been in. But now, like, if I go to France, I tell my wife, put your phone in your pocket. Make sure you keep your eyes out. Keep close to me. Don't walk too far. Put your money in your purse. Like, keep next to me. Make sure you keep those eyes open, left and right. Don't go too far. Like we were in on the outskirts of Disneyland going home in Paris. I was like, baby, keep near me. Do not go anywhere. Do not. If a person offers to get us, offers to take us home in a taxi to the resort, say no. Do not get into them. Do not entertain it. Do not do anything. And it really has changed because, like, I felt so uncomfortable. I never felt comfy even talking to some of the French people. It has changed, and Europe has changed dramatically, and it's just not as fun. Like, you could say, oh, it's only my experience. My friends have been to France and have said the same thing. Have said, like, it's not as fun anymore. It's not the France that we knew. It was where you could go into places and get to know people and really enjoy your overall experience. Like, it's ridiculous. The world has changed massively, and we all aren't the fans of it. Will I go back to France? Yes. There's so much in France that I want to see. I have literally a family villa in France. So why would I not go? Yeah, that's why I want to go to the Netherlands quick. That's why I want to go within the next 5 years minimum. But bro, I've heard some good things about Poland. I've heard good things about Germany and Netherlands. So I thought, heck it, I might want to go. Like, there's crazy stuff happening in Europe. It's all weird, and I won't get into it because I just not my business to have a conversation about. But there's so much going on in the world that just it's all weird to me. Well, I think me and my friends plan to go to Netherlands. Okay. Well, Afra, I was just going to come stay around yours, man. Like me, Damo, we're going to get all the gang and we'll just come around yours. So, yes and no. So, we're collecting loads of diamonds and just having fun, really. I was in the mood to do this. Nice meeting you, Afro. It's been really chill, man. I'm glad you joined us. If you want to join us again, dude, you're more than welcome. Damn, Damo, that's not good. I think, and I will respectfully say, yeah, I know. I want to know more now. Afro's like, I was gonna go to bed. I now need to know more. So, Damo, give us a little bit more. We're all here now. I'm not gonna end the stream. I'm gonna sit here and wait for you to comment. Because that sounds fucked. Getting mugged once is bad. Twice. Oh. Fuck. Well. Afro Duck. That sounds fun. I've heard of literal people on the news and stuff. They go, like, accidentally go down an alley, they're never seen again. And you're like, oh my god, what has happened to them? I've seen so much bad stuff, and it's like ridiculous. Oh, we're not going to hit our goals. Oh no. No, I just damn, man. My goal in life is if I travel to these countries where I know that like the cartel are or any of this dangerous stuff, I'm thinking of becoming like putting fake plastic stuff on my face. Yeah, if he was driving slow, you were like heck. For once, a cartel van that may or may not have had a dead body in the back with loads of guns was actually following the law. Oh God. Afro went, oh, if it was me, mate, I would be driving past that thing with my balls in my throat, just going, oh no. That's well good. 528 days of hardcore world, dude. I the most I've got is 50 because I made an idiot mistake. But yeah, I would have my balls in my mouth. I would be like, oh my God, what the fuck am I doing? You're like, in your head, you're like, please speed up, man. Please speed up. I don't want to be that guy that took you over. Because if you start to take him over and he like speeds up and matches your speed, and then you look, you know you're fucked. Because he's seen you now, and you're like, oh no, what am I gonna do? You end up in such an awkward position because you're like, oh, I just fucked up and seen someone. But like, the plan is, I want to get like really like fake fake parts on my face, so that if I ever go to these countries, I'm too ugly to be stolen. That's the plan. I don't want people to look at me like some weird cartel person going, you know, he look good as a male prostitute, and I'm like, hell no, motherfucker, get off me. My wife has always said this one thing to me. Yeah, you were like, I'm supposed to get to the second exit, but fuck it, I'll go to the first, because why not? Let's get away. Like, my wife always says this fun thing to me. She says that if she doesn't, if my wife ever gets sent to prison, she sits me down and goes, babe, you do know, if you go to prison, you're going to be someone's bitch. She's like, I know you're strong, I know you can fight, but I think you'll be someone's bitch. And then she goes to me, babe, if I go to prison, I'm going to be someone's bitch, because I've got to survive. I'm only 4'7". I've got to live, so I will be someone's bitch. But you got to understand, what happens in prison stays in prison. I love my wife. That's a pretty decent time. 28 minutes and 37 seconds. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, so they basically preyed on his like his ability to be kind. Happens a lot in Osaka. Happens a lot. I've had that happen to me in GTA. Fuck. Yeah, it's a bloody like difficult thing. I think like it is certain areas of Japan. It's a certain area of those touristy bits of where they ask you to follow them, or if they ask you to help them and stuff like that. It can be really, really much an issue. But it's hard not to say no. If you see someone in distress, especially a woman, you're more than willing to go help them, because it's the goodness of your heart. Like if you see a woman go, oh, I don't know, like it's oh no, Afro might have to skip morning classes. Oh no, bummer. Have a good night, mate. But Damo, that's crazy, man. Like, I feel for your friend. Like, fucking hell, that's so shit. Especially if you go into Japan and that's like your one place where you wanted to go. Like, there's some weird stuff in Japan that I've heard from like girls in Japan, like British girls that have gone over there, like little holidays and stuff. They always said like, be careful on the trains. It's a bunch of weirdos and stuff like that. People follow you because they're like goofy like. But you know what's really bad is like when you see some of the stories of like horror stories of Japan, and you're like, damn, that's just weird. I would love to go to Japan. I'm not saying I will never go to Japan. I just find some stuff goofy. But that's just like Japan as a whole. but I think you would be, Goofy. I've always said this. Japan went from a very militaristic nation and then went into anime and loads of weird shit. Because no one in their right mind would be able to go... Like, this is how my brain puts it. No one would be able to mentally go after seeing 2 nuclear bombs be dropped on their country and go, yeah, we'll continue with military. They probably went, oh, fuck. And it has mentally fractured the whole nation. And they went, oh my god, well, if we can't beat them, we will get basically better technology than them. And then they went like fucking like rabbits when it comes to technology. Like, that's why the PS5 wasn't selling loads when it first came out, because of the old cough that was going around during that period of time, the old COVID. We had like all those places shut down, so they couldn't like send over computer chips. It's ridiculous. The world is crazy. I do want to hear about the second time demo. I feel like, Damo, you are the type of person I would love to do a podcast with, because you feel like you are what I like to call a magician's hat. I'm going to put my hand and I'm going to pull out some, like a, you're like this, or I'll pull out one story. Next minute I've got like 20 fucking more. And it just keeps going. Like, you tell me so much stuff each time that we stream, and I'm like, damn, I did not know that. Or like this, I'm so invested in finding out what the fuck happened the second time. Like, normally I would have ended the stream over an hour ago. Like, it's been nearly 2 hours. But I'm so invested in this. We got loads of diamonds. We could start making diamond swords and stuff like that. Yeah, bro, I do understand that, man. I would love to say it gets better from here, but it's going to get weirder, and there's going to be times where it's tough, times where it's easy, times where it's confusing, times where it's going to make you angry, times where it's going to make you sad. But all we can do as men is look after each other. What do I do for work, sir? I am a personal trainer. I am a strength coach. I basically make people stronger. It's something I've always done. I've always been into the gym. I'm pretty okay at what I do. I don't like bigging myself up or anything. It's just what I do. I make people very strong. But ultimately, the goal is to do this full time. I'll still train people, I just won't do it as much, because then I know I have a stable income. But I do earn slightly from this, which is really cool. I've got to start working towards getting ads. I respect that, man. That takes hard grafting, my friend. No, as well as doing the PT, and I also clean the gym that I work at, just for some extra cash, because I was like, heck it, I have a kid, so why not like collect hours and stuff. But you know, your boy's working towards 4,000 watch hours. I have like 800 that I have to get. and then I actually will start earning money from ads and videos. Like, it will be ridiculous, because I know that by doing that I can actually then go, okay, this is cool, this is really interesting, let's see how much I can push this. Yeah, it's all fun games. I think I'll get to 4,000 watch hours by next year, probably by the end of next year, just the way the videos are going at the moment. I hope it won't take as long. And you never know. With what I do at the moment, I'm really going to try and push so many videos out on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram. I've just got to stop being lazy. And I think the moment I put so much graft into doing that, making sure that these clips are going out, that I want to put captions with these clips. I want to do so much with these clips to get them out. And I think it'll be really, really good. La 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 la. How long have I actually streamed for? Oh, nice, 2 hours. That's pretty good stream for me. And I haven't died. So I don't think we're going to achieve our goal. Oh, well, we didn't achieve our goal. But anyway, I'll show you our mascot, just because I'm nice. There's our mascot, Mr. Cow. Moo. Yeah. Second, like, the first time sounds understandable, but I get what you mean. The second time sounds more like he was a little trying to white knight himself. But you never know. Damn, man. Framing and flooring at 14, sliding and roofing at 15. Did full time on my job. I respect that. Man, you're a hard grafter. I respect that. Most I was doing when I was 14 and 15 is a little bit of gardening with my grandparents. That's all I was doing, my friend. Or I just had a thought, Gamer, imagine if it was true, but it just sounds so obscure and so weird as a story that, like, he's actually telling the truth, and it's just like, yeah, like, this whole thing, and this happened, and this happened. It just sounds too good to be true, but it actually is. Yeah, we respect that, Dama. La 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 la. Collecting loads of rubble. Okay, I would love for there to be a mod for this, and it's going to annoy me if I do it. If I have this mod in any of these, like, games, where basically you have to stabilize the roof. So when I'm doing these minings, yeah, that now you say that, now you give me that information, I agree with you that that's not true. As I was saying, so I would love, like, a little mod that basically you have to put fencing in for a cave just to make it not collapse. That'd be funny. I dug so far. Yeah, I got 10 diamonds. That's pretty decent. I can make a sword with that, and then start working on getting some iron. Sorry, not iron. Some armor. Hey, for once, we're actually pretty well off during the stream. Last stream it took like ages to get to diamond. Last time we did this. You know what's disappointing about last time? Is we were so good. We had like really good gear. We had really good, like, we had the mending. We had pretty much everything that we wanted. And I just fluked it. Because of one bloody mistake. Still haunts me to this day. We were so close. Just going to make this all into things so then I can make a chest. Yeah, we did. We got the input. Like, it was so good demo, wasn't it? I think that itself. So you know what's annoying about watch hours? Basically, last year that gained me an extra 200 watch hours because of those live streams, because of how good that seed was. Like, such a phenomenal seed. And like, bear in mind, that seed, I didn't just spawn there. I travelled 1,000 blocks, random directions to get there, so I will never be able to find it. I respect that. A lot of people love doing hard work and really grafting. I think that's what makes some people massively different. So some people like it handed to them, and then some people really like to like graft and create stuff. Like, I like to. So for me, if I have a problem or an issue, I like to fix it myself. So if there's something wrong with my house, I like to learn, try and do it myself without actually paying someone to do it. So then in the future, if it ever happens, I know how to fix it. That's the way I am. But I come from like a background of like hard grafters, people with multiple jobs. Like, my grandparents would wake up at like 4:30 a.m, drive an hour over to Colchester Business Park. So they lived in Braintree, and they would drive over to Colchester, and they would just work until 3:30, and then they would come see my mum and that, and then they would hang out with us till about 9 o'clock ish, and then 8ish, and then they would go home and repeat. Damn. Oh yeah, of course, the pay was probably nice. Nice and strong. Oh. Oh. Look at all these beautiful things. Instantly get blown up by a creeper. Yeah, I think like playing Minecraft at night is fun, especially if you got like a chilled stream to watch while you're playing Minecraft, or if you're playing a video game. So if you're watching a movie or a series, then you have like something chilled to watch as well. Oh yeah, at least demo you had like time off. Sometimes it's good to have time off. So my schedule at the moment is a bit weird. I don't actually work that many hours during the day, but I have a lot of like in-betweenies where I do like clients and stuff. So like my schedule at the moment is like, my longest day is a Thursday. So I start like this Thursday, I'm going to start at 9 a.m. Damn, that's pretty decent there, so it's pretty decent. No, this Thursday, my first client's at 9 a.m. Goes 9 a.m. Normally it's my longest day, but it's got 9 a.m. first client, then 10 a.m., then 11 a.m., and then I have a meeting at 12:15 to 1:15, then 3 hours of cleaning, and then normally I would have to then wait around till 8 o'clock where I have my last client, but luckily he's coming in at 9 o'clock because he's going to America on Monday for 3 months, so heck it, he comes in earlier. Damn, that's well crazy. Like, I get sent stuff like different jobs, like acting jobs. So literally the first thing, for a ad in a sporting TV commercial, £300. One of the best things I've seen on here was for one day it was, I'm having a look at it right now. So a singular role where you played a son. Damn. Yeah, there's like jobs that I get sent over because of acting jobs. Whereas like I saw one for an hour's work. Like I literally mean an hour's work. It was nearly 700 quid. And I was like, damn, son. Boing, 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 boing. Jeez, it's 12 o'clock. Well guys, it is getting very late, so I'm going to have to head off to bed. But I should be streaming tomorrow, so if you are interested, come along. Probably around the usual time. But that all bears on the situation of, because I'm going to be at the hospital with my wife tomorrow. So I should be leaving the hospital about 8 o'clock. So I'll get home about 9, eat some food, and then I'll be on stream. So yeah, it'll probably be about 9:30 to about 9:40 would be when I'm streaming, so about the same time. And then I'll probably stream for about 2 hours like today. It's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. I don't realise how much I enjoy hardcore Minecraft and just coming on here and streaming with you guys. So thank you for coming along and like pushing me and stuff. Also, Minecraft cow. Moo. Have a wonderful day, guys. If you guys ever need anything, message me on Instagram at CraftWithCorban, full word. If you guys want to ever chat, if you got something going on in your life and you just want to open up and vent to someone, drop me a bloody message. I will always reply. Of course, tell me who you are on this first, because if you send to me, Corbin, I'm really sad, I'm like, who are you? And then you tell me, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But anyway, have a wonderful day, guys, or night, or whatever, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.